subscribe. Now, Elon Musk has caused an earthquake by suggesting that at the next UK general election in 2029, the established parties, left and right, Labour and the Tories, will be, in his words, crushed at that next election. Now, what's he pointing to? Well, Elon Musk is pointing to the complete collapse of public support for Prime Minister Keir Starmer, who, of course, has only been in the job since July. But if you look at the polls, Keir Starmer's net ratings have collapsed to minus 38. So he is in what we call net negative territory, or what I like to call Prince Andrew.
The rumours circulating in the streets originate from the Keir Starmer-led Labour government and are aimed at Tommy Robinson, who fearlessly exposes the deceitful tactics of racial division employed by the government to fracture the populace. These are not mere whispers. They represent a direct assault on freedom of speech and the truth. The situation is growing increasingly dire as public trust in the government continues to plummet. They are fully aware of their lies and are attempting to silence anyone who dares to speak the truth by imprisoning them. Yet now, when it seemed the British people had fallen silent, one of the world's most influential billionaires, Elon Musk, has chosen to step in and advocate for Tommy Robinson. His support is more than just a symbolic act. It sends a powerful message that freedom of speech and the battle against censorship are paramount. The animosity towards Starmer is escalating, fueling trolling and open protests. People are starting to recognize the importance of their voices and are prepared to stand up for their rights.
Yes, and we have no chance against Wikipedia.
We have no chance against Google, Wikipedia, big tech.
No, and there are lies made up on us and put all over, and we can't delete it, we can't get rid of it. There's nothing we can do, because we are the alternative media, we are the bad people, we are...
Well, they need rid of us.
There are so many labels. I mean, just before this interview now, we tried to give you a label, and what was that? To be activist, you suggested thug, hooligan, journalist, handsome author, anything, And we think, let's just skip the labels, right? Because you want to be a journalist. You are a journalist, you actually dig up stuff. I also find on some occasions that you're still very trustworthy.
After commending Elon Musk for his role in establishing a platform for genuine freedom of speech, he outlined a troubling scenario of what could have transpired if Musk hadn't acquired Twitter and Kamala Harris had triumphed over Donald Trump. In this grim future, people worldwide would live in perpetual fear, engulfed by controlled narratives and falsehoods dictated by mainstream opinion. We are increasingly witnessing this reality, from violent riots to the rampant destruction of property fueled by unchecked violence. Many individuals are fleeing the UK, while others face restrictions on their ability to leave, as the government limits access for its own citizens while promoting illegal immigration. Some contend that civil war is unavoidable, while others argue it is impossible. Yet Elon Musk's predictions only serve to highlight this unsettling truth. Currently, sources indicate that the British populace has united against a common enemy, a government dominated by the elites. Like anything else, government simply emerged some time ago. But where is our beloved Prime Minister amid all this chaos? He seems preoccupied with sending taxes to the moon, dismantling the economy, and bankrupting the financial system, all while creating an illusory black hole through his hypocritical partnership with Rachel Reeves.
I've researched and checked that it's right. You can get fooled at times. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm a journalist. I'm a citizen journalist.
We all can.
Yeah, we all can. I've learnt my trade. I now see, if you look at the investigative documentaries I've done, I've exposed the BBC like no one else has. I absolutely annihilated them in creating fake news, making up sexual allegations. Everything the public think about our mainstream broadcasters, I proved that their most investigative documentary, Panorama, was scripted and was a lie. I proved it with covert recordings. When I proved that it was actually the release of that documentary, which was on 2 million views in 48 hours, that got me cancelled from every social media and got me re-prosecuted by...
Building on his recent statements, Tommy Robinson passionately condemned the unjust decisions of the judiciary, providing compelling examples from his own life that leave no room for doubt about his correctness. As Elon Musk remarked in an interview with Joe Rogan, "Show me this man, and I'll show you a crime." These words highlight the reality that anyone who dares to challenge the system risks facing punishment and ultimately charges may be brought against them even if they are not officially documented. However, this does not imply that everyone agrees with his views. Despite a wealth of evidence supporting his claims, including instances from Donald Trump's situation during the US presidential election and other courageous individuals who have spoken out on political matters, many still choose to ignore the truth. Yet, as Elon Musk relentlessly battles censorship on Twitter, his retweets in support of Tommy Robinson have successfully spread this crucial information to millions. This is precisely what Tommy aimed for while enduring harsh conditions in a British solitary confinement cell, where his voice was meant to be silenced. His fight transcends a personal narrative. It stands as a beacon of hope for all who seek justice.
In Britain, I kid you not, how can this be real? They are releasing convicted pedophiles from prison in order to put people in prison for Facebook posts. There were, and this is I'm simply stating a fact, there were migrant rape gangs in England that would run around and prey on young girls, gang rape them. And some people found that objectionable, which obviously it should be objectionable. And they were upset about that. And so they complained about it online and were sent to prison. That sounds crazy.
Keir Starmer is at the heart of this ongoing crisis. Critics argue that his leadership resembles a puppet regime that disregards the needs of the people. Despite his public denials and efforts to silence dissent, including imprisoning those who dare to oppose him, Starmer relentlessly pushes forward with his so-called grand plan for the future. But is this truly in the best interest of the British people, or merely a tactic to cling to power? Elon Musk's previous confrontations with the mainstream media, which is backed by corrupt politicians, reveal his deep-seated opposition to the system. He candidly expresses his views on the legal battles and accusations he faces, as well as on his company SpaceX.
I think England has gone back to the Tudor times, not America. You've just gone back 400 years with this government that you've got.
From your perspective, from your point of view, there's really nothing that Keir Starmer can do to build a bridge.
No, he needs to resign. He needs to resign before 4 years. I think he needs to resign in the next 3 months. And the other thing is, the things that these people that he's put into cabinet posts have said about Trump are not gross. They are way beyond gross. So in the past, if somebody had said things like they've said about Trump, it would really be a dueling matter. So if somebody had said things like that a couple 150 years ago, they would be challenged to a duel to the death.
Recognize the importance of supporting this alliance that brings together individuals with shared interests. Following Tommy's reinstatement after Elon Musk's acquisition of Twitter and his immense reach, the assault on outdated media and sponsored news outlets has become more evident than ever. This situation echoes the dark times in the United States, when there was a battle against the Republicans, and we witnessed how mainstream media manipulated and deliberately spread false narratives. People began to awaken to the realities within the system, and this awareness intensified as Tommy Robinson courageously exposed the government in every possible way. Keir Starmer, as always, swiftly resorted to his typical censorship tactics, leveraging the judicial system to stifle the truth. This has resulted in non-disclosure orders and numerous false accusations, as seen in 2021. He was accused of defaming a 15-year-old refugee at a school in Huddersfield and was compelled to pay an astonishing £100,000 plus legal fees for defamation and disrupting proceedings at Woolwich Crown Court. Consequently, Robinson was sentenced to 18 months in prison due to this defamation injunction. This is not merely an injustice, it is a direct assault on freedom of speech and the truth.
I don't think that Tommy Robinson is frothing anything either.
I didn't say he was either. I said he was an extremist, but I didn't say he was frothing.
Well, I disagree with you on that. And the man that I was there with, in fact, just not one man, but the person I was there with, I was referring to a moment ago, who is Muslim, I'm sure if he was on the line with me right now, he would be putting you straight, that you're giving out the wrong message, that Tommy Robinson is not an extremist. He says certain things that are truths. The reason why he's been convicted to prison for 18 months today your news bulletin is saying that he put out a repeated falsehoods or something like that. Actually, it's the opposite. He's been put in prison for telling the truth.
Musk faces accusations of not hiring illegal immigrants, while his companies, which specialize in advanced rocket technology, are prohibited from employing foreigners. Consequently, he finds himself being sued from both sides, which only fuels his disdain for the government and media censorship. His support for the truth regarding what really happened to Tommy Robinson has sparked a wave of emotions among millions of Britons who have openly voiced their opinions on the matter. Musk, the Labour government under Keir Starmer, appears to be the primary advocate of this blatant injustice. Currently, in the UK, Starmer's promotion of the so-called order of respect is viewed as a cunning tactic to bypass the law, enabling the imprisonment of individuals who dare to speak out or make statements on social media about the true state of affairs in the country. Share your thoughts in the comments. See you next time.